So I made two pairs of steampunk goggles. Goggles is being one of the key elements of the theme and the costume for most people who do a steampunk cosplay. This first one I found on Thingaverse, and it was great. It was a great print. It printed very nicely, and I was very happy with it. Some assembly was required. I attached the two eyepieces together with the nose piece, and I used super glue and a little bit of accelerator. And it was shaped a little bit strange, so I heated it up to bend it into a more comfortable position. Here you can see me doing a little bit of assembly. I had to buy some brass nuts and bolts to put everything together, but it was looking pretty nice. Then for my second pair of goggles, I went back to LostWax, and I used a upload that they had on Thingiverse, which was really nice. So after I had all those little tiny parts printed for these goggles, then I just glue everything together with super glue, and I don't need to show all that. You get it. So this is where I got a little bit creative, and I decided to combine the mechanical iris with the goggles to come up with a really neat steampunk look. Then here's me doing a little bit more assembly and some more painting. Once again, the paints that I'm using is the Deco Art Americana Decor Metallics in 3 different colors. I'm using silver, vintage brass, and antique bronze. For the leather straps, I used actual leather, and I was able to find a 3-pound pack of remnants from Hobby Lobby, and it was only $6. I thought it was a great deal. So you can see here what I'm doing with the goggle straps. I'm just cutting narrow strips out of the leather, and then I feed it through the formed holes on the eyepieces, and then fold it over and kind of cheat. And I use super glue to fasten everything together. It's nice and easy, and it holds really well. Here I'm working on the other pair of goggles. I do a similar thing with the leather straps and super glue. On this one I add a few more accessories. I added some leather around where the goggle eyepieces contact your face, and then I put a piece of leather around the nose piece, and I also did Velcro for the attachment. So my next step in making goggles was to add the lenses to each pair. So the first thing I did, I had to 3D print a custom insert that would fit, that I could use to encase the lens material. So I went to a free piece of software. I used Fusion 360 to design something that was accurate, that would fit properly, and then I could send it to the 3D printer. To prepare these custom parts for printing, first I had to send them to the slicing software, and the software I use is free and it's online. It's called Utilimaker Cura. Then back to my Ender 3 printer where they turned out perfect. I decided to use some old cheap sunglasses for the lenses. So what I did is I made the parts split in half, basically in two pieces, so that I could put the lens material between the two pieces of framework and then glue it inside, and then it was secured front and back. For the other pair of goggles, I kept it simple. I just cut the lens out to fit and then found a ledge on the goggle material itself and then glued it right to it. You could see on the mechanical iris, I just managed to fit it right behind where the mechanical iris section is so that it could still operate properly.